Chatham County. And Chatham County is one of 7 counties in Georgia named in a lawsuit by the Republican National Committee, claiming those counties have violated state election law.
WTOC's Shay Schrader joins us now. Shay, you've been digging into this lawsuit. What have you learned?
Yes, good evening, Mike, Dawn. The basis of the lawsuit has to do with absentee ballots. The counties named in the lawsuit each allowed absentee ballots to be returned over the weekend as well as today. The lawsuit alleges that that's a violation of Georgia law and that absentee ballot returns should have ended this past Friday. A 21-page lawsuit filed by the Republican National Committee and the Georgia Republican Party accuses 7 counties across Georgia, including Chatham, of illegally opening offices to accept absentee ballot returns over the weekend and on Monday. Chatham County announced on Friday they would be open on Saturday and Monday to accept the ballots. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger saying on X over the weekend the move isn't illegal, but clarifying Monday that more advance notice would have been ideal, like was given in Gwinnett County, which is also named in the lawsuit.
Gwinnett did give notice back in July, and I think that was the appropriate course to do. When you don't give people notice, it just catches them unaware, and there's a mad scramble, and it's just a breeding ground for conspiracy theories.
The lawsuit, alleging that the late notice that ballot boxes would be open required the RNC to, quote, quickly mobilize staff and volunteers to ensure a poll watcher presence at election offices, and that it, quote, came at the expense of other important RNC activities during the final weekend before the election.
So you're winding up pulling volunteers off of other activities like turning out our voters Saturday and Sunday all over the state, and instead asking those people to maintain the integrity of the election by being at these locations to make sure that Georgia law is being followed.
Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, says part of the issue is this wasn't a statewide decision, but confined to counties he says tend to vote blue.
All of that smacks of this sort of coordination to give partisan advantage. They sued to prevent rule changes from being made by our state elections board months ago by saying it was too late to make these changes, but they are perfectly fine with election procedures being radically altered 4 days before an election.
The lawsuit is asking that a judge order ballots returned in person to election offices between Saturday and Monday be kept separate from other absentee ballots. The Chatham County Democratic Committee calling this a GOP-backed attempt to alienate voters. The committee wasn't available for an interview, but did send WTOC a statement that says in part, quote, the Chatham County Board of Elections and Board of Registrars work tirelessly, Democrats and Republicans alike, to ensure that we have free and fair elections. We have faith that our judicial system will see this latest attempt, as it has countless times in the past, as just another Republican attempt to overturn the will of the people. We did reach out to the Chatham County Board of Elections for comment. They referred us to the Chatham County Attorney's Office, who said that they can't comment on pending litigation. Now, there was a hearing in the lawsuit in Savannah today in front of a federal judge. Lawyers were asked to file any motions before another hearing tomorrow. We will be listening in on that hearing and bringing you the latest updates. For now, reporting in Chatham County, Shay Schrader, WTOC News.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Shay. Now, if you plan to vote tomorrow, you can find your polling location on our website, WTOC.com. We also have details about what you need to know before heading to the polls. Just look for the Election Center under the News tab.
Well, WTOC watching the races